Hey guys, it's Chris Morgan, and we're back with the Karp Talk Radio, episode 2. We had some technical difficulties, but we're finally back on the air. And tonight,
God, Jamie.
we got these beautiful co-guests with me tonight. So here you go.
Yay!
Everybody, I would like to introduce you to my broski, Ryan Ferry.
What's up, guys?
He's going to be helping us out with today's episode since DJ and Brandon aren't able to do so, and I'm sad about it.
But you've got me. I mean, come on. This is who everybody's here to see.
I think our viewer count just went up right then.
Exactly.
We're up to 1.
All right.
Yes.
So
We went from -1 to 1. I gave you guys 2 viewers. You're welcome.
all right. Let's get this show on the road. Our biggest news that we had received from this past week was another ban. Chris?
Yep.
Yep. Pokemon looks like they made the right choice here. They took care of a problem that was growing in the card called Shiftry, and instead of making an errata to the broken vine space,
That's the one I wanted.
they went ahead and they banned Shiftry. I think it's a move in the right direction. I would have preferred the errata, just because it would have potentially kept things from getting out of check later on. I think now every card that's being made going forward that's a grass type or evolves from a grass type has to take into consideration, does this card, along with broken vine space, cause problems in expanded? And I think as long as they make their cards against that check, that it'll be all right, because I don't think Fortress is as strong as people want it to be. It's still a decent deck, but getting to 180, 170 with it's a lot harder than it is with Shiftry, just flipping stuff back into the deck.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
but
I really wanted the errata.
Shiftry was so broken, though. I mean, you win turn 1. If you go first, you win. Imagine, I'm a new casual player. Going into this turn, I feel good. And then we see this deck, and it's like, I didn't even get its turn. What happened? I don't like this anymore. And then they just go ahead and drop, and they never want to play Pokemon again.
Yeah, let's see. It was Alan's Swellow deck. God, that made me so mad. At the Unlimited tournament. That made me so mad. And I think that Swellow is along the lines of what they were trying to do with Shiftry. They didn't factor in that they were going to redo Broken Time Space at the time they made that card. Shiftry wasn't supposed to be gotten out on turn 1. It wasn't supposed to be broken. I think the errata would have accomplished more because of things like Fortress. Let's see, are there any grass-type Lotads or Lombres that can evolve into the water-type Ludicolo from Primal Clash?
No, I think there is a grass-type one. Be able to get it out that fast.
Because there are plenty of grass types that evolve into other types that could have benefited from this as well. So I feel like that the errata would have gotten more done. It would have fixed more than just banning Shiftry. I feel like they took the easy way out with it.
Well, we'll probably see more bans coming. I think Pokemon's finally starting to get on top of this and finally starting to get a little bit more organized about the whole thing.
What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? Is our ban list going to be a novel?
Oh, you can see the ban list for Magic.
I don't think it's going to be a big problem. To me, the fact that they banned Shiftry and they banned Lysandre's trump card lets me know that they're actually kind of modernizing the game, taking care of it, because when people complain about Shiftry and stuff, they like to talk about the Luxray decks that existed before and how everybody almost exclusively had to play those decks, which I didn't play in that format. But to me, it seems to me like Pokemon wants to avoid that now. And by making these bans before regionals, they're saying that they care about expanded, they care about the health of this format. This is going to be an eternal format, so you're going to have huge card pool, and they're just going to take care of it by making sure that if something gets out of hand, they said they would ban it. And to me, that means that they really care about this format and they want to make sure it thrives. And if you look at Unlimited is so broken, then that's what they're trying to avoid here.
Yeah, Unlimited's just a cluster.
One big cluster.
It's a joke, is what it is. Like, it's neat to see the cards, but you can't play if you didn't have all the broken combos in it. You'd still have to play all the EXs because of the damage output that they do. So the format just doesn't work in general the way that like an older Magic format would, or like Yu-Gi-Oh, or these other games.
Oh, power creep hit Pokemon so hard it's not even funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Mr. Mime from Jungle, 40 HP. It can only take 20 damage or less. It can only take 20 or 10, which, yeah, that's great in the current format, but it's only got 40 HP.
Mm-hmm.
In comparison to, let's see, the new Mega EXs that have 240.
Wailord having 250 and at a basic.
Yeah, that Wailords have always had big numbers printed on them, though. So that one doesn't surprise me as much.
Imagine when Mega Wailord will come out.
No, Mega Wailord, no.
I say
what the heck would they even base it off of? Would they just make it a bigger blimp whale? I mean, where can you go after a blimp?
Cards.
I'm talking with my hands a lot, and you guys can't see it, and I just realized that. I'm still new here, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is only our second episode.
Yay.
But another good thing, to me, along with this ban with Shiftry, along with putting out that they plan on making bans to keep the format healthy, another thing that's happened that really pleases me with Pokemon is September 1st, everybody that had put in for judge test, tournament organizer test and stuff, suddenly just out of the blue got approved, which I had sent a nasty ticket like 2 days before, and then I got approved. But I'm pretty sure the ticket that I sent didn't have anything to do with it.
That's my next rant video going up.
Say what?
That's my next rant video going up. So.
Oh, so they're actually trying now? So the people in Lexington who do the A+ League might actually be professors now? That would be great. I'd love to see that. I want to see sanctioned events in my hometown. I don't want to drive to Louisville or London to go to a sanctioned event.
Right. Christina is now.
She is a professor now? Okay, good. I hadn't seen anything on that yet.
Judge, and I'm a tournament organizer as well. So talking to her, and hopefully we can get some things worked out. And I
took the professor exam just for giggles.
Did you take TCG or VC?
Yeah, I should have taken VGC. I took TCG, and I'm still too new to all this.
So that's good. Did you pass it or no?
No.
Okay.
I got one too many questions wrong, apparently. Well, the proxy rule, I get that one. It's the other question that they threw in, the one where the opponent drew their hand before the other person even gets there.
You can't talk about what's on the test.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know about that. I'm sorry. Are we just going to edit that out? Barry, edit that out.
It's against the spirits of the rule, or the spirits of the game, or whatever. Spirit of the game, spirits, whatever.
Nobody told me this. This tells you how prepared I was.
I think it's in that little bitty writing at the top.
Oh, it's the stuff I didn't read to get to the questions. Gotcha.
Right, it's the little box you click that says you understand this.
The one that says, okay, I want to take the test. Boom.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic.
Sorry.
Like I said, to me that makes it look like everything's running in the right direction. And Terrell, I don't know, Jamie met him when he came to the pre-release, but he signed up for tournament organizer in Whitesburg, and he applied for a league right after being told that his application for tournament organizer had been approved. And the next day, in under 24 hours, the league was approved. So that lets me know that they're really trying to push this, get more leagues out there. And that was one of the major complaints that I had when I sent them my email, was that, you know, it was really unfair for our region, because for any of us to get points, we're looking at a 4 to 6 hour round trip, and it really wasn't worth going to get so few points, that we needed more stuff in our area. And that, you know, if I went on my shop, I could sign up for a Wizards account. It took less than an hour over the phone. Same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! I got approved to run Dragon Ball Z with 3 emails. So why did it take 6 months or longer to get approved to run a league for Pokemon? It didn't make sense to me. So they may get back to that support ticket by about June, so we'll see.
I hope so. I don't like to drive 2 hours just to get 10 points and then 2 hours back.
I just don't like driving.
I know.
He knows, he's ridden with me.
Yes. You can play the whole way. And I had to drive even farther. Think about that.
Yeah. That was your choice, though.
Yeah,
Me
sure.
driving was my choice.
So, XY8, everybody, I think they're going to be calling it Break in Japan. They haven't really-
Breakthrough or something like that.
something like that. It's starting to come out, and I think it comes out later this month in Japan, and it'll be over here in the States in November. And we was going to go over some key cards that we think is going to be really good. It doesn't seem like a lot of this set is really groundbreaking, like Roaring Skies and Ancient Origins somewhat was, but it's got quite a few interesting cards, I think.
Okay. Let's see. We'll start.
Oh, whoa, what is this?
Can everybody see that?
Yeah, when you talk.
Okay.
Yeah, when you talk, I can see it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me lock that in. What about now, guys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll go over some of these. The Mammo Swine, it was just revealed today, so we'll check it out here.
Oh, that thick fat ability.
Yep. It's a stage 2 evolution,
Is that a 160 HP?
160 HP, and
Nice.
it hits for possibly 120 damage and heals 40 HP.
So it does wreck and heals.
Mm-hmm. I think the cost. What to say? I don't think you would play this card. It doesn't even really seem like one you'd want to Maxie's hidden ball trick out. So that's unfortunate. If it had like a really, really nifty ability that done something impactful as soon as it came into the game, I think it might be something that you could look into trying to hidden ball trick into play. But as it stands, it just has a really high HP, a neat looking attack, and a really high retreat.
Yeah, that retreat is a little much.
And weakness to the wrong thing right now.
No, grass is not a good thing to be weak to. Not a good time.
No, Executor's not
It
viable.
has art on it though. Art's pretty nice.
That is
I do like the art. And
Uh,
it looks like it's going to be a hollow, too, which means it'll probably be a hollow in the States as well.
I love the Japanese hollow so much better. I love that the way the foil goes around the border. They look
God, the scuffing on those would be real, though.
so no doubt. All right, let's see. This one I'm kind of interested in myself. It's the new Raku.
But it's not an EX.
It's not EX. He has 120 HP and the ability Shining Body, which lets you it reduces damage on it if it has a lightning energy attached to it, which I think is pretty neat.
Is it for each lightning energy, or if it just has a lightning energy?
It's just one lightning energy.
So it could also be flash energy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got Thunder Lance, which is basically Keldio's rush or Keldio's attack,
Hydro Pump, yeah.
but for lightning energy, which is pretty neat.
Could you see this maybe being run and expanded with the electric and Dynamotor?
It's definitely neat. It would depend on how many Rayquaza decks and how many Eviltal decks were around. Something like this could be really good, but Raku EX for expanded is just so much better because it can hit 100 damage on the bench, which is just enough to take out a Garbodor.
Gotcha.
But we'll check out the art on this guy.
Let's talk about my big boy Typhlosion.
Maybe we will.
Let's see.
There it is.
Looks like it's going to be a hollow, too. Cool.
Yeah, I like the art on it. I like the legend art.
Oh, that art.
I wish they would do all the art the way they do the ancient traits. Like, to me, that just looks better, looks cleaner.
The half art.
Yeah, the arts. It's all about the art, and I like that.
I mean, the art's what gets the little kiddies who don't want to play looking at them.
Right. All right, Jamie. We'll let you go over your baby here.
My Typhlosion?
Yep. Jamie's all excited about a new Typhlosion.
I don't even care if it sucks. It's Typhlosion.
Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Is that 80 times the number of energy cards you discarded?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make like a fiery licks deck, like Heatmore from Plasma Storm, and I'm just going to be like, bam, 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 bam. It's going to be so fun.
And let's see, is Heatmore's ability the ability to like change around the cards in your deck to where it puts fire energies on top, or how exactly does that work?
Mm,
All Heatmore really does, 3 fire energy, fiery licks, it does 50 damage times the number of fire energy you discard.
Ah.
So
No.
this is 1 fire energy, but it's a stage 2. I know it's not going to be good, but I think it's going to be a really fun deck that I can be able to put out, and then it just takes 1. So what I want to do is just like make a 3-2-3 or a 4-2-4 type Typhlosion line, and then the rest of the deck is going to be energy.
Don't be that guy who builds pre-release decks like that.
That is what I want to do for pre-release. If I
Do
can
not be that guy.
and be that guy.
Zach wrecked me with an Ampharos and 50 or an Ampharos and 39 energies. I don't want to talk about it. I was 1 turn away from having Golurk ready to go too. Golurk though, the ability to hit for 5 different types. I don't care that water's kind of useless right now. The ability to hit for 5 different types.
That's
Is that a Houndoom EX and a Mega Houndoom EX?
that is. So let's check. So this is our new EX we're going to get, one of them. I think we end up with 4 new EXs in this set and 4 Megas.
More, but I think we got 4 Megas.
Yeah.
So are we going to see a Mega Gyarados soon?
I hope so.
I keep waiting for one, which it took us a long time to get to Mega Mewtwo, so.
We finally got it, though.
But Houndoom EX, it's standard 170 basic Pokemon. First ability, Belt Horn, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck for 1 fire energy. Not too impressed with that. And then you got Grand Flame.
Grand Flame's Oblivion Wing, basically, except for fire and a little more damage.
Yeah. Could be interesting, but that's not the guy that's the most important. It's
the Mega
evolutions. But that's what we want to see. And right here we got it. He comes in at 210 HP, and then he has the ability for fire and fire. Inferno Fang does 80 damage plus. You may discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon.
I see where this is going.
This attack does 80 more damage. Now, normally...
Is this a segue into that fire energy?
Yeah. So, like I said, normally that wouldn't be good because now we don't have superior energy retrieval. We don't have...
energy retrieval only takes 2.
Well, we don't have inboard to put them out. But...
Blacksmith.
Yeah, you could use Blacksmith. But how about we use a little burning energy instead? This card is probably outside of the special fighting energy, this has been the best one I think they've made.
Even better than Double Dragon?
No, not better than Double Dragon.
Double Dragon's problem is it doesn't have a lot of cards that can use it.
But it covers every type, and it's 2 of them. It's a double rainbow without the damage that can only be attached to dragons, mind you.
I use it in Expanded. There's no doubt about it. I love my Garchomp deck. But...
God, that's a fun deck.
As far as cards that have seen play, Double Dragon Energy has seen almost none. But I think Burn Energy, I think it's good enough that even though we have Enhanced Hammer in the format, it's good enough that it's going to see play. And basically, it provides a fire energy to a fire Pokemon, but if you have to discard it due to an attack, it goes right back on the Pokemon. So,
if it's discarded by an effect of an attack, so it's not just an attack by your or by your opponent. It can be either way.
Well, it has to be an effect of this Pokemon's attack.
I wonder what they're going to call it here in like for the English release. I hope they call it Inferno Energy.
Oh, it'd probably be something done.
It sounds a little too risque. I think Bad Energy still would have been amazing for Dangerous Energy.
It'd be like Hot Energy or something stupid.
Oh no, not Hot Energy, no.
Oh, this energy's hot.
That's hot.
Which would go.
Yes.
Which would go perfect with Typhlosion's Massive Eruption. since that's the name of the attack on there.
Chris, here's something you was talking about the other day when we was talking about burning energy,
Uh,
where we can go ahead and attach this fire energy immediately back. You talked about us having a rock, paper, scissors match between Seismitoad, Sceptile, and Camerupt.
yeah, I mean it seems like they've got everything set up to where it looked like grass was going to be really powerful, so Seismitoad was going to go down, and now we're getting these fire Pokemon which counteract to the grass Pokemon, but yet they're weak to Seismitoad. So now we've got this perfect rock paper scissors triangle going on.
Isn't Pokemon a big game of rock, paper, scissors anyways?
It really
It
is.
seems like it.
It's like rock, paper, scissors with about, 14, however many different symbols.
18.
Let's see if there's
Shut up.
anything else that came out that we need to go over. Oh yeah. The big one that came out. We got the new Gengar, and I really like this card, and I hope it's good.
But it's a stage 2, though.
It is a stage 2. We're getting more stage 2 support though. We're getting Wally. We're getting different things like that. So we're getting ways to get out evolutions quicker. And I think the more we have Pokemon that draw cards and stuff, the less reliant on like draw supporters we are. So those cards get a lot better. But Gengar here, it's a stage 2, 130 HP. For one Psychic, it does Ominous Fog. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Place 1 damage count on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon.
Oh, that second attack. Oh.
Second attack is where this is where it's at. We have Dimension Valley out, 1 Psychic on this guy, and we somehow got 3 damage counters on the Pokemon in front of
Bats.
Bats.
Knock them out.
Is the attack really called Creep Show?
Please tell me they make it the same in English.
I sure hope so. Have you seen the art on this thing though? I love the art on this card. Let's see if we can find it right quick. Let's see. There's the Mamoswines. Right there. What the?
And it's a hollow, too.
That's right. This is one of the Japanese cards I'd like to have for my collection as well. I love that art.
This is the first time I've seen all these.
Dang
Gotta
it.
say, I like where this set's going.
Haven't you tried the internet?
Yes, I do try the internet, but I also have a life and a job.
So do
Things
I.
of that nature.
Jamie, don't lie.
What am I talking about? This is my life.
That's right.
I know that feel, bro. I know that feel.
It's
Like I
terrible.
said, I've been spending an inordinate amount of time on the TCG Game Boy game. The Scyther Electabuzz Aerodactyl is so broken. And pretty much every deck in the game relies on evolutions, and it's hilarious to watch the Grandmaster with a bunch of Magikarps go down. Team Magikarp?
Magikarps never go down.
Chris,
Going right after the
Scyther
next.
says hi.
Chris,
Yep.
you forgot the most important card in this set to go over.
What's that?
Mega Mewtwo!
Well, go ahead. I won't stop you.
Do it.
Bring it up.
Just do it.
Give me just a second.
Bring it up for me, and then I'm going to talk about this. And it's like my 2 favorite Pokemon are in this set, Typhlosion and Mewtwo. So you know I got to talk about this. Bring it up. You guys show the art.
That typing on the Mega Mewtwo X, though, I like the Psychic Fighting typing. I love it.
I don't know. Like, where it's a Psychic type, you can't use Strong Energy on it, and it requires...
I do wish X would have been a fighting type in this set.
Yeah, that would have made, like, where all the Furious Fists...
There's one up there. Let's see.
So we have Mewtwo EX, 2 colorless, Photon Wave, 30 damage during your opponent's next turn. Any damage on this Pokemon attack is reduced by 30. That's not good.
Let's see. I think Registeel EX had a similar attack.
Yeah. And then for 2 Psychic and 2 colors. Chris, talk again so I can see it better.
Huh?
Okay. Psycho Burn does 120. So the Mewtwo by itself isn't that good. But
that's not the reason you're playing it.
No, that's not the reason you're playing it. So, Chris, show us the Megas.
See if I can get to them here. Yep, here that. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Just a second. They,
Son of a gun.
yeah, it's hard to find things on here sometimes.
While you're doing that, I'll just sit here and talk about Mega Mewtwo Y. Mega Mewtwo Y for two. I think is it one or two colors? I can't remember.
I think it's 2, maybe. I remember
Two.
seeing that one.
All right, for 2 colorless energy, it does 10 damage plus 30 damage for each energy attached to both your active and your opponent's active. So what we're used to is Mewtwo with X ball 20 times 20. No, we're getting 10 plus 30 this time. So if you have a double colorless on you and your opponent has a double colorless on them, you are doing 30,
There they are.
30 damage just for a double colorless.
There's the other Mewtwo.
Here it is. That's Mega Mewtwo X, and it's for a Psychic, 2 fighting, and a colorless. 150. Chris, talk again. I can't see.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to click on that.
There's a stadium play. This attack does 50 more damage. So that's 200 for 4 is good, but you have to run 2 different types of energy for it. So I don't really like that. I've always been a Mega Mewtwo Y. I got Pokemon Y just for Mega Mewtwo Y and Evoltal, so I went with that route. But Mega Mewtwo Y EX, I'm probably going to be getting every copy of that I can find my hands on, pushing little kids down to take it out of their mind.
Will you trade a Shaymin EX for it?
No.
Oh, come on. You know that Shaymin EX was mine. Heck, I think you got 2 of them from me, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and I wish I hadn't gotten rid of them.
You got 2 full arts now, don't you?
Online, not physical. I need some physical copies. I'm using those proxies on that proxy status right now.
Also, there was another card I wanted to talk about. Someone on Pokemon had showed it to me. It was this new Octillery. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. A lot like the Electrode, I think from Plasma Freeze, where Magnetic Draw lets you do up to 4. This one does.
Yeah, Magnetic Draw was up to 4.
Yeah, but the Octillery does up to 5, and it's a stage 1, so I think it may be seeing some play. Galfox will fill your hand up to 6, but it's a stage 2, so being able to fill your hand up to 5 on a stage 1, I think that's really powerful. It may see some slight competitive play. I don't really know yet, but it's still a good card.
It also can be archied into play in any deck that can fit it in there too. So.
Yeah,
Do you think with? Go ahead, Jamie.
You could also Archie it out if you want to, but for a stage 1, I don't think that's worth it. I would just go ahead and run the Remember Raid with the 2. Just run like a 2/2 line of it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good for water-based decks, which water will probably not see as much play. I don't know. You could probably pair it with Primal Kyogre.
Well, it's a support Pokemon anyway. It can go in any deck.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's about all the cards we've got revealed this week. We'll get a bunch more in the next coming weeks because I believe this set releases in 2 or 3 more weeks. So we should know everything. We haven't really seen any trainers. That's what I get more excited about. I'm hoping we don't get like an N variant back.
No.
Really liking the format where it's at. I'm a huge fan of N, and that card's won me as many games as it's lost me, but it's really interesting right now that without it, you can really like plan out like 2-3 turns in advance without having to worry about being in down to nothing.
That has been really nice.
Let's go ahead and move on. This is our last topic for the night, guys. We've been, like I've been talking about, Pokemon tournaments going to be coming out next spring. Yes. We've been discussing what characters we want for it. And
Delayed.
I'm not there yet.
You're going to regret this decision.
Yeah, I know. You got to tell me what I'm here to say. So we decided we was going to come up with what Pokemon we want in the game. So here's how I've limited it. 1, if we're going to do like the main list, it has to be a fighting type, and it has to be a bipedal. What I mean by bipedal means it can only walk on 2 legs and actually do hand-to-hand combat. I know Suicune has
But
been
Suicune.
announced. I know Suicune has been announced for the game, but that's a special thing. It's a legendary, so you can get away with putting Suicune in. But I want to try to keep it the fighting types, and I want to try to keep it the bipedal.
Doesn't have to be just fighting types. We got Pikachu.
I know, but your argument is illogical.
My argument's illogical. The fact that Pikachu is in the game is illogical. Okay.
Yes, because Pikachu
Okay.
is not a hand-to-hand combat fighter. I know it can learn Brick Break, but come on. Yes, it can actually learn Brick Break.
This takes away my Golem point that I was going to make during this. No.
Chris, you know next to nothing about this, so what Pokemon do you want besides Pokemon? And
I want Landers, Empoleon, and Blastoise.
Okay. But they're not fighting types.
They're Pokemons. And that's the most important thing in Potekken.
Well, this spiraled out of control quickly.
It really did. I shouldn't have done this.
We don't do rules around here. We're Magikarps. We break them.
Where we're going, we don't need rules.
What are rules?
Okay, why do you want...
Blastoise? He's got freaking cannons. I mean,
He's got cannons. That's it. That's all you've got.
that's the selling point right there. I mean, he can do Hadouken, all that stuff. Even though it's a completely different game,
That's Street Fighter, sir.
that's the best fighting game of them all. This should have been Pokemon Street Fighter. That would have been great.
Okay, if we're going to stick with fighting types, Machamp's already been announced, right?
Right.
Why is Hitmonchan not mentioned yet?
That's what we was talking about. Like, none of the Hitmon trio has been announced yet.
It would make entirely too much sense for one, if not all three of the Hitmon trio to be in. It seems like a lot of the Pokemon that they're picking for this are to appeal either to Gen 1ers or go, oh, this guy's got such a cool design, or this guy's so popular, or blah, blah, blah. You know, that seems to be what they're catering to, so why not have one of the Hitmons?
Well, originally it looked like whenever they showed the beginning trailer where it was going to be Machamp versus Lucario, I'm like, Pokken tournament. I hope they make this exclusively fighting types, but that's obviously not going to happen now.
No.
Because there's some cool fighting type Pokemon that actually look like hand-to-hand combat specialists.
Gallade.
Go ahead and talk to me about Gallade. Why do you want Gallade besides the obvious?
Besides the obvious that it's my favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
Actually, I think Gallade can do a lot of different things in Pokken Fighters because of its fairly diverse move pool in terms of what types it can hit for. It gets Leaf Blade, Night Slash. It gets Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. It gets, let's see, what else does it get?
That thing is really diverse. I just now realized that.
Close Combat, it gets Shadow Sneak. Ralts gets Shadow Sneak via an Egg move. Plus, you've got its ability justified where if it gets hit by a Dark-type Pokemon, its attack goes up. I think that's something that they could work with in the game if they do incorporate Dark types. Have like a specific special move, like maybe Houndoom using Dark Pulse as a Hadouken-type move. If Gallade gets hit by that, its attack power gets buffed for maybe 10-15 seconds.
Yeah, but then you're starting getting into the more of the RPG style of it instead of the whole fighting game aspect that it's supposed to be.
But aren't there supers in fighting games too?
Yeah, but here's the hard thing about trying to come up with characters for Pokken. It's a fighting game based off of an RPG, and it's being based off of the characters that we use in an RPG. So that's the mind frame that we have whenever we're trying to come up with characters for this. So that's where it gets more difficult. So where Gallade is a psychic fighting type, I think you can use hand-to-hand combat stuff and can also be able to use psychic attacks, probably being able to use psychic to move them around and develop wherever they want them to go. I doubt it'll get like Ice Punch, Fire Punch. Cool.
Brandon says, are people in this now?
Yes, Brandon, join us.
Join us!
But not Gallade, who do you want in it?
Just
Other
make
than
sure
Gal-
your back works.
Other than Gallade, if you're going for just fighting types, oh man. Quadrupedal fighting types like Virizion, where Terrakian's my favorite of the bunch. I'd like to see Terrakion, obviously, but that's probably not going to happen.
So you want the soldiers?
I don't want all of them because Keldeo is meh. But let's see.
What about Skyther?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I know that one because that's a Pokemon card.
You want Skyla?
All the fan service. Have Skyla as like an assist character.
Yeah, we have to have Skyla. She can be like the round announce girl.
Ding ding.
No.
Let's see. Going back to Pokemon that could be in Tekken, I do really want to see Golem, even though it's not a fighting type, because I think that's something. It's so out of left field, and it can surprisingly it can learn Fire Punch as well. Yeah, it gets Fire Punch. Why?
Okay, my characters I want. My characters that I want.
Okay, go ahead, Jamie.
I want Greninja because
No, he's in Smash Bros.
I don't care. So is Lucario, and Lucario has been confirmed for it. So your argument is invalid. I want Greninja because first of all, it's got a lot of speed, so it can be able to bring like a ninja-esque type of fight into it. And plus, it does this. That is the coolest thing.
But it has to be the shiny version.
Only the shiny one.
And Jamie's gone.
All I see is Jamie with a giant finger up in the middle of the picture, like, and one more thing.
And that brings me back to Blastoise. The only Pokemon we need in this game. Blastoise and Hawlucha.
Yes, Hawlucha I do really want to see.
That would be the tag team of the century. Like, Blastoise comes in there and hits him with the cannon, and then Hawlucha comes in there and knocks him out.
Da 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 da. Sorry, that was the John Cena theme for those who are not in the know. I assume everybody knows who John Cena is. Emboar.
Ooh,
Emboar would be a good one.
that would be neat. Yeah,
It gets access to Scald for Sirius. Wild Charge. I like Pokemon with diverse movesets in case you couldn't tell.
Well, you're just speaking gibberish to me because if they're on cardboard and I don't shuffle them up, I don't know jack squat about them, except for Blastoise.
Except for Blastoise.
I
Did you solo run Pokemon Blue with Blastoise?
actually had Pokemon Red and I picked Charizard, but when I played
did
there
too.
again, I picked Blastoise, and Charizard will be my first, but I sure do love Blastoise.
Charizard will be my first. Venusaur is always my favorite of the three.
But I mean, he does have big freaking cannons on his back.
All this sounds like to me is the Diggersby though rant. This guy has ears for arms, and that's the only argument he uses the whole time. Ears for arms.
Indeed. That's great.
Oh, he's a little bunny rabbit. Bunny, 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 bunny.
Maybe Garchomp could be in this game.
I'd be cool with that.
Just
As long as it's not shiny Garchomp, because shiny Garchomp looks no different from regular Garchomp until it megas.
And I'm going to agree with you because I have no idea. I have a secret rare one. It does look like the regular one. So
Yeah, I think they did use shiny forms on the secret rares back then, if I remember right.
Well, I believe that's about all we got for the night since we've lost Jamie and
No.
Brandon couldn't jump in. But
Thank you so much for having me.
hey, it's been a blast, and we'll be back next week. Maybe you could join us again if you want to.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
I'd be
regular
honored.
on the show. For the 3 viewers that we got out there. Thank you, Jamie's mom. Thank you, my mom.
Jamie's mom.
I think the other one's Brandon.
The other one's Brandon.
We appreciate it, guys. But this is Chris Morgan signing off. And that's where you say bye.
Bye.
Nighty night.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.